Yo, what's going on today, guys? It's Samito. Welcome back to the channel. First off, thank you guys so much for 80k. As promised, here's Doomfist Guide Part 2. I haven't been streaming recently, as a lot of you guys noticed. I've just been really burned out on the game. I'm thinking that's what it is. Like, my queue times are really long, and I just wasn't having that much fun playing ranked. I think I just needed a break from everything, so streams are going to come back on this Monday, October 7th, or not this Monday, sorry, this Saturday, October 7th, and I'll be doing a drunk stream that night at 7 p.m. EST. It's one of y'all's favorite things where we get together and have a good night. So, October's drunk stream will be like kind of like the return to streaming at 7 p.m. on this Saturday, so make sure you be there. Okay, so quickly let's recap what we learned in the last episode of the Doomfist Guide, or I guess, you know, the last iteration of the guide. I want to talk a little bit about cooldowns, right, and how you want to manage your cooldowns. This is going to be way more important next patch where Doomfist is nerfed, which I hope this nerf doesn't go through. Like, the punch feels really clunky, and what he lost was a lot of his mid-fight potential. So how you engage on fights, like comboing with the Rissa pulls and all that stuff, is going to be even more important on this next patch. So make sure you're doing that. So there are two types of engages that you want to do with Doomfist. One is kind of like the dropping punch. You know, it's just the classic punch in, get the kill, uppercut, E out of the fight if you need to get healed or come back to your team. It's the most basic part of his kit. It allows him to have the most one-shot potential, and there's a lot of places that you want to do that, particularly on parts of the map where you can drop, say, you know, off a high ground from up here, right? So they can't see you coming. You drop down, charge your punches are dropping down, and you can like one-shot somebody before they're even ready. This is gonna be really, really important for the next patch as well, being ready to do that, because your punch has like I think 40% higher cast time, so make sure you're ready to do that. Now, the second type of engage, which is another good one, it's better for generating more shields if you don't really have a good chance at one-shotting someone. You come in, you E into the side of them, shoot, uppercut, shoot, and punch out, right? Punch back to your team. Both of these can be good. It really depends on what you're going for. If you're going for like a pick or an isolation on a squishy, I'd recommend using just the main punch, like dropping from the high ground and punching and going for that quick little assassination. But if you're going to farm ult charge and trying to get in, like shields for your next engage, I'd recommend the E and then uppercut. Like, where the E and uppercut's good is if your wrist is pulling, you can E into their team and then, you know, get a ton of shields and then get out. Again, it is map dependent. Like, if you go watch some of the Overwatch League VODs, you'll learn like when to do which one. It doesn't really matter too much. The main thing that's important with that part is, do you need a pick to win the fight, or do you just need to farm ults and shields? If you can go for the pick and if there's a wall right next to where everybody is, then you should go for the punch. But if it's kind of not near the wall and it's near like the center of the map, and you have to cover more distance and get out faster, then I'd recommend E and punching out, because the punch gets you out much faster than the E, and you actually have control of yourself while you're in the air. So look, if I E in here, come out, I can get out way faster than if I, you know, punched in, which you'll see in 3, 2, 1. Say I go for the punch, I'm at bigger risk here because I'm Eing out. My movement is like really, really set, and I can't like coast out of it. I also can't go like a farther distance, so that's pretty important as well. Just try to pick and choose when you want to do wow, I can't talk. This is my first time recording a video in days too. I literally can't speak, but try to pick and choose which time you do each one dependent on what your team needs, and most importantly, the map, and what teammates you have around you as well. Alright guys, so the game we're going to be reviewing for the guide today is a Doomfist game done right. I was about mid-masters on this unranked GM account, and we went on a 50 kill streak and almost had a flawless game until I like messed up and died at the end. So I'm going to be going over what I did right in this gameplay and why I did what I did. Alright, so to start, we're going to play this short little clip, and this is something that's really important on Doomfist, and one thing that makes this kit really good that you're going to need to actively do all the time on this next patch, since your mid-fight mechanics are nerfed with this punch cooldown being higher, and your shield generation is also nerfed. Doing this is going to be really, really important to help your team. Okay, so the second that I hear my teammates calling for help, I've used my punch, I'm low in this frontline area over here, I'm going to immediately come back and peel them, okay? Your healers and your teammates are going to have to enable Doomfist on this next patch. Like I said, double shield is the main reason that Doomfist is meta right now, and unfortunately Blizzard nerfed like his actual cooldowns, meaning that you're going to have to rely on your team a lot if you want to continue to play Doom when this double shield meta finally goes away, alright? Peel your teammates. If you hear something going on behind you, like a dive going on behind you, Doomfist can single-handedly dismantle a dive if you use your cooldowns properly and CC the tanks with your power off of your backline. Next, after doing that, I know that it's just their squishies that are going to be vulnerable over here, and I see all my cooldowns coming back online. I take the blind angle on their team. Instead of going around wide on the right side where they can all see where I'm going, I come from an off angle, which is going to be even more important. The main point of this, guys, I want you guys to understand that Doomfist playstyle is going to have to change oh so slightly coming into this next patch, and I want to get you guys ready for it. So taking off angles and not being seen is really important. I come into this window right here, I have all my cooldowns back. Now what I'm going to do is to assassinate the Zen is I'm going to charge my punch, glide out of it right to him, shoot him and uppercut, shoot then uppercut point blank, finish the Zen, and then just get back out to my team and wait for my cooldowns back. I've got extra shields, heals for my team, and we're going to slowly pick these guys off. There's no need to go in super deep and just stay and try to 1v3 the people right here. Again, your cooldowns are like your ammunition. If you don't have ammunition, you shouldn't be in deep fighting. You need to go in, use your ammunition, and then get out with your remaining gas in the tank, so to speak. If you stay in there and you run out of fuel in their backline, you're going to feed, you're going to die, and then if you die here, your teammates might lose this next fight because they're going to have a recontest. The most important thing for you to do is live. Get out with your life, get your cooldowns back, rinse, repeat. Alright guys, so I know that the Hanzo is going to be peeking from in this staircase. He's climbed over in this way. Now there's a couple ways you can take this fight. Since it's a staircase and we don't know exactly where he's playing, he could be like any range of area up here. The E around the corner and uppercut combo might be good. And last time I did this video, people got mad at me. Like I got an angry comment saying like I was using my, talking about like my E key and my shift key. Well, us console players deserve hate or something. And I was like, man, I don't hate console players. It's just like, you know, seismic slam, uppercut. I feel like people get the message. So I'm sorry if I'm messing this up, but you could E and uppercut around this corner, but I didn't know how far back he was. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to charge my punch to close the distance. Once you close the distance on the Hanzo, it's much harder for them to fight you, especially if you can uppercut them after. So I charge my punch around the corner so he doesn't know I'm coming for him, uppercut him point blank, and then I just one-shot him in the head. If I don't get that one shot in the head, I'll hit him with my second bullet in the body, he'll probably die, and then I can also E on him as well, and I have my ult. So there's not much he can do once he's like gotten into this close quarter fight with the Doomfist. So blindside around the corner, and then go in with your cooldowns again after that, right? That's the main thing I want you all to notice that I did, is I came in from blind angles where they couldn't see me, and they couldn't shoot me before the fight, and then I caught them off guard, got a kill with my cooldowns, and then came back to my team. Before this next fight started, I took high ground and took positioning to set up for the next fight. That's the best part about snowballing with Doomfist. If you can get set up before the fight starts, so you have all of your cooldowns as they're coming out, ready to engage, you have way more pick potential, and it's going to help you a ton. So always be setting up for the next fight, and look how it plays out because I set up on the next fight and took high ground. Right, because of how I positioned, we were able to snowball the end of the point and win the fight before it even started. On top of that, we were able to chase all the kills on the way out here and get a free fight win on second, which is super important. That's the power of setting up before fights as Doomfist and not dying. None of this would have been possible if, on the first point, at the end of the first point, if I'd used all three of my cooldowns to stay in and try to 1v3, see I died, we wouldn't have gotten this snowball in a second point. Overwatch is one giant snowball, especially when playing Doomfist. You need to learn how to weigh risk and reward, and if you weigh it down properly, you can end up winning multiple team fights for free and going on a massive 50 freaking kill streak, guys. Be patient. Set up for the next fight before it starts. Don't burn all your fuel just to get on the back line and maybe get a kill. Get out, save your cooldowns for the next engage, and then go again on like a 5 to 6 second cycle. Alright, so look at this next part, and this is going to be, like I said, extremely important when playing Doomfist on this next patch. I'm communicating with my team what my game plan is, and I'm waiting for my teammates to give me resources. If your team pumps resources into their Doomfist, as they should, and again, some people might say, oh dude, you can't expect your teammates to be good, but in reality, Overwatch is a team-based game. To play to your potential, you need to play as a team. Listen to what happens when I talk to my Zarya, talk to my Ana, get resources. We pop off. Sorry, get ready to bubble me too, okay? You got bubble? Okay, ready? Right now, let's go. Oh my, really, bro? We're not gonna do this. primal me, get ready. That's so fat. Wait for the grab to wear off. Nice grab, bro. Alright, so how did I want to engage on this fight? If we play it back, I did a really, really good combo on Doomfist, which is risky, and you should only do this when your teammates have LOS on you, like if you're playing an Ana, a long-range healer, and she can actually heal you, or a Mercy's pocketing you. I set up my punch into an E, right? So I come from, again, a blind side, so they can't see me coming until I get around the corner. I start from this right corner, and I punch diagonally this way, and then E into them here with an uppercut. By the time I've gotten all this off, a 1 have gotten nanoed, which is why I really did this. Like, I went in because I had a Mercy pocket and a nano, so I could go kill their squishies in the back. Their tanks come up here to take space. I'm gonna mute the sound real quick. Their tanks push up this way and take space, meaning their squishies are either gonna come from up here or in this window. So I call for the nano. I set myself up so that the Hanzo cannot have an arrow charge to shoot me, right? He's looking at my teammates over here. He's not gonna know I'm coming this way. I E onto him with nano and then uppercut. If you uppercut like the Baptiste field, like there's 1 or 2 seconds where they're like they won't be in the range of the field, so you'll be able to kill them. So I instantly killed the Hanzo because I came from the blind side again. This Baptiste could not react fast enough because he couldn't see me coming, right? I get the Hanzo kill, I'm on the Baptiste, and then the most important thing is I stay in my teammates' LOS. I don't push in here. Pushing past where your healers can heal you as Doomfist when you don't have any cooldowns is a hard feed. I stay in the window, that way my Mercy's be able to get back to me and heal me. Then I can stay aggressive in here, holding the space for the next fight, cleaning up kills, and continuing to kill them even more and get my ult, right? After that, the Moira uses Fade. I use my ult to clean up this fight, because at this point, it's just one fight territory. My Zarya grabs, which I didn't expect the grab, but it was a really good grab from him. Either way, the Moira used Fade, and the Baptiste used Immortality Field. If I plot my ult right here, I'll get at least 1 or 2 kills anyway. So, I get the double kill to clean up there, and then we get the Winston as well with the finisher, okay? This is Doomfist played to his potential, and this is what this hero was designed to do while being really, really good. Blindside your enemies, work with your teammates to get resources, and then get freaking frags. That's why we all love and play Doomfist. He's a really fun character when you do that. We're going to play it back one more time just so you guys get what I did, and this is what I mean when I talk about off-angling and coming where they can't see you. I come to the side, punch across, hiding from the Hanzo LOS so they can't see me coming. By the time I'm on them with my E and nano boost, that's 50% plus 60. What is that damage? Like, I don't know. That's like 32.5 extra damage. That's 100 damage right there, followed up by an uppercut and a shot. This Hanzo is instantly assassinated, and there's absolutely nothing he can do about it. The Baptiste is dead as well. I don't overcommit. I wait by my healers, and then we win the fight with an easy snowball. Next fight. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys a part where I actually mess up my cooldowns and why it's important to not use all 3 to stay in. I get out successfully, where probably if I was in higher rank I would have died, sure. But getting out successfully and then coming back in can actually continue to win you fights. So look at what happens here. Alright, so this was a long sequence. How did it start off, okay? So one, I was off-angling, right? I don't want to stand right where they can see me coming, because then your play is telegraphed. It's like a Reaper wraithing into an entire team. It's just stupid, right? So I see the Hanzo over here on the right, and I use the only really like setup or cooldowns I can use to like assassinate him is the punch glide into an uppercut, and then I have my E to get out. So I quickly react. I punch like glide punch into him, uppercut him, shoot him twice, but I missed my shots, right? So you can't hit every shot. What are you going to do about that? I have my E to get out. I get out to my backline successfully, and then look at this. He's still overextended. So therefore, I mean, I'm 1 HP, sure, but I'm ready to go. I go for the assassination again, and then guess what? I get him. That's why you want to sit back and wait and be patient with these resources, right? There's only so much that you can actually do, and if you've missed your cooldowns, get out to your supports, and you might have another chance at the fight. If you get your next chance, you might win the fight, but if you stay in deep, you're 100% guaranteed to lose it. After that, I call for the nano. I just barely missed my uppercut in the Baptiste. He backed up. That's okay. I have my ult, and I'm nano boosted and double pocketed, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go deep because, one, I had the nano. Might as well make use of it. Two, I've got my ult to get out if things go bad. So I see their Sigma and their Moira here. I E onto them. Kill the Moira. The Sigma gets slept. I walk right up to him and just one-shot him. Next play is to go for the Genji. Now, I know the Baptiste is behind me as well. The monkey jumps into me. I kill him. Use my uppercut to get on the high ground above the Genji so I can wait for my other cooldowns to come back. Just missed him, but the Baptiste is back around this way. We finish off the Baptiste, go for the Hanzo. And now one thing I tried to do here, but I just barely missed it. I probably needed to use my E right here, but this is actually really important, and this is about angles on Doomfist, okay? We get the kill on the Baptiste, and look at how I go up the staircase on the right to get to this Hanzo, right? If I punch straight out of right here, I won't be able to get the horizontal E that I want to get to him. So I walk up the staircase just a little bit to get a little bit of extra height, and then I punch, and then I glide out of my punch, and I try to get to like this like horizontal slam, but I just miss it. I need to go a little bit higher up the staircase, and not going in a straight line is really important. Like I said, guys, if you go in a straight line at a Hanzo, you're going to die, which is why I go diagonal, and then I cut back this way, kind of like in this shape. So I go for him, it's just short. I have no cooldowns available, which means I have to use my ultimate get out of jail free card, which is my ultimate. Pop my ult, look for which way he's gonna go. He's going back to his spawn, finish the kill, and that's a done fight, okay? That's a done fight. So using those resources properly, getting to high grounds after fight, and zigzagging, not while going in straight lines. Really, really important. If you guys have questions, I will be answering some in the comments, so put them there if you need them. Another quick tip right here, they're playing Winston, which Doomfist is really good against, guys. The Winston jumps on my Rein, and this is what I mean by peeling your teammates for dive. This is another thing that Doomfist is really good at. You don't have to frag out 24/7. You can just shut them down. Winston's a sitting duck if he's like doesn't have like a shield or anything, so I just uppercut him off my Rein, back up, and just punch out. There's not much you can do about it. So, yeah, peeling your teammates when diving is important. Okay, important thing number 6,000 with Doomfist. Sometimes if you're going to end up feeding after setting up your rollout, don't go in. This is something I recognize right here. I call the play for the nano, and I realize it's a lost cause, so there's no point in going in and just feeding, right? I don't have my ult to get out. They have a McCree to stun me and all this stuff. It's not worth going in. Like, I have only my E, and I'm not going to get my ult off a nano. I'm just going to get stunned and just blown up. So I decide not to go in. I just wait. I wait for my cooldowns to come back. After I get my punch back, I then E in because I'll have something else to get in. And then I even miss my E, right? If I had gone in 1 second earlier, this is a death, right? If I had gone in without my punch, this is a death. Because look how low I get. I get down to 27 HP even while nanoed. So wait for those cooldowns to come back. If the rollout's lost, don't go for it. So after I see all their DPS over this way, I do the off angle, right? I can't push from the main. They're going to see me. I'm going to get blown up. Like, Doomfist is not good against range, so don't give them the chance to shoot you. Go on flanks, take off angles, and look what happens in this fight because we take the off angle. I punch in, have to get out, right? We back out and wait. I just wait on the same off angle. My teammates have lost 2 people, but this is the power of Doomfist and his ability to punish overextending. This is why I tell you guys you can play a patient playstyle with Doomfist and still pop off. So look what happens. I just wait. We have our supports alive. They chase. I'm still half health. Their squishies are coming. I charge the punch. Kill one. Instantly assassinate both of them. And that's why Doomfist is so good. You can punish positioning so well. So instantly, in 1 second, I eliminated both their DPS, and I have my ult to go deep with. Our Zarya is dead. I go for the Baptiste. Or no, I go for the Ana, but like I glitched out up here. Then I E onto the Baptiste where he can't see me. Uppercut him. Easy kill. I just wait here and I play it slow. I go in for the Sigma next. I'm just playing around the cart. I go in to help my Reinhardt again. If you see your teammates isolated 1v1ing, go fight. Go help them. If you fight a 2-on-1 in every place you can, and you see an isolated target or a 1v1 going on over here, this is your win condition. Getting this kill and saving your Reinhardt will win you the fight. I come in to help my Rein. We kill the Winston, and the best part about that is I'm on an off angle ready to come in with my punch next. Their DPS can't see me, so say one of their DPS came into the cart, I'd be on an off angle ready to use my punch for the next fight as well. And another important thing is I set up my horizontal slam. I could have, like the only way I get to him here is if I climb on the cart and use my E. So I climb onto the cart, jump to the right a little bit so I get my like cursor right here, and then I slam in all the way. That way I can get here without using my punch, and that's how you kind of maximize his movement as well. But yeah, next part, let's watch what happens. So I charge my punch, back up and wait, and then what I'm going to do next, since they have the space, I come back to the main after this, and then I go on the same off angle again. We're waiting patiently. The McCree rolls down, get the kill on him, go for the Hanzo next, The main reason I use all my cooldowns right here is because they're going to be down their DPS or winning the fight, and worst come to worst, after killing this Kree, like, I can just get back to my team. And the only way I can actually contest this Hanzo, the only resources I have, is if I uppercut and E to him. Right, so I E to him, pull him into me, he's really low, and then I just drop the card right after so I can get healed if I need. After this, it's just clean up crew, I CC the monkey as much as I can, I know he has primal, and I'm just going to put all of my abilities into him so he can't juggle my Ana or my supports out. That way he has to force his primal on me, and I'm keeping my team alive in the process. So, we kill the monkey, I go in on the Kree, chuck my ult up, BM ult, why not, more kills, fight win, okay? Now, I hope that makes sense, guys, how important it is to off-angle, how important it is to peel your team, and most importantly, how important it is to actually, like, get out of fights that you might be won or lost, like, if you miss your resources. That's how I made it through this entire round, 31-0. I didn't do anything mechanically insane. I just knew where to off-angle from, I knew where to position myself before the fights, and I knew how to work with my team, peel my team, and help out in any way that I can, okay? Doomfist is a character that, when played at his potential, is very, very strong, but you need your teammates to consistently work with you, and you need to consistently work with your team to really win on this character. It's not about consistently fragging out and popping off. It's about making good plays for your team, with your team, and having just fight-winning impact every single fight that you can. All right, that's not always with fragging out. That's the biggest misconception out there. So today I covered movement, a couple other things. At 85K, I'm gonna do the second part of this video to make the second Doomfist, or the third Doomfist guide. I'm thinking about doing like a guide every 5K on the way to 100K. So if you guys are new, be sure to subscribe. I hope you guys learned something. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.